Morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning news on AUT. Today is 17th March 26. Coming up your way with news at 6:30. The headlines: 2 dead as helicopter plunges into school park at Tema. Mahama directs expansion of security services recruitment to 40,000. Mahama calls for peace in US-Israel-Iran conflict. Minority sounds alarm over planned second cocoa price reduction. News in detail. A scene of horror unfolded in the heart of Tema community on Monday, 16th March, when a helicopter plummeted from the sky, crashing into the Oninku Drive School Park. From the sky, crashing into the Oninku Drive School Park. 2 individuals on board are confirmed dead following the impact in the area. The crash prompted a quick response from personnel of Ghana National Fire Service, who rushed to the scene to douse the flames at the site. When the help of law enforcement officers from the Ghana Police Service arrived, the emergency response team managed to retrieve the charred bodies of the victims. Mr. Ahmed Abdullahi, the assemblyman of Kwesi Plonge electoral area, said none of the students was hurt.
So you know who they think well.
I don't know. Nobody knows who. Nobody knows. Bema. If I don't show up, father will have your car to take.
Go there. So you know who they think well.
I don't know. Nobody knows who.
The footage, now circulating widely, captures the aftermath of the tragic Monday incident, which the aircraft completely went beyond recognition. Emergency service responded to the scene, but the 2 occupants, whose identified are yet to be officially confirmed, succumbed to the impact and subsequent fire. Authorities have launched an investigation to determine the cause of the crash. Aircraft crashed in Tema. As I was running with kids, I only sought God's help. This will forever haunt us, especially the people's recounts teacher Age.
What happened?
So it was around 2:50. My headmistress was in my class, and she was carrying a little baby at her back. So when the baby was crying, we were just waiting for the mother to come. But at the end happened. The only thing we saw was the explosion. The only thing we heard was the explosion. And I would say that it's by the grace that we are still alive. Because if it wasn't God, I didn't even know what I would do. Because I was even mad. I didn't even know where to go with the kids.
So the kids could have died?
Yes. They could have died. Because the way the thing happened, and the pilot and the other colleague were burnt to ashes. So what could have happened? It would have been disaster.
I went to thank God.
Yes. I have have to thank God because I'm a teacher taking care of someone's children. And the kids were about 35 in the class. And it was 2 classrooms too. The next class was just behind me. So if that class was about 25, when you add it, it is around 60 kids. And 2 teachers and the headmistress. We will all be bent to ashes.
Will this haunt you for the rest of your life?
Yes. And even the kids. Because as I was going with 2 kids, I couldn't move. I couldn't even move. And I was holding the kids. And someone was even shouting my name to run. But I told the person that I can't even move. So the only thing I said was, Jesus, God should save me and the kids.
President John Dramani Mahama has directed an expansion in ongoing recruitment into the country's security services following high-level meeting with the hands of the various agencies. According to a statement from the presidency dated Monday 16th March 2026, the president met with security chiefs, the Minister of the Interior and Acting Minister of the Defense to review the ongoing recruitment exercise across the security. Following a briefing on process, John Dramani Mahama instructed that the number of personnel to be recruited be increased subsequently. The statement noted that the process and the number of men, women to be recruited to the various security agencies will be increased from 20,000 to 40,000 over a 4-year period. The president also emphasized the need for integrity in the recruitment process. He directed the leadership of the security services to ensure that the exercise is conducted with the highest standard of accountability. The heads of states and security agencies must ensure transparency and fairness in the recruitment process, the statement said. Those present at the meeting include the Chief of Staff, the Secretary of the President, the Senior President Advisor of Governmental Affairs, and the National Security Coordinator. Also in attendance were the Inspector General of Police, the Director General of the Ghana Prison Service, and the Director General of the Ghana National Fire Service, the Comptroller General of the Ghana Immigration Service, and the Director General of the Narcotic Control Commission. Below is the statement of the President. President Mahama directs expansion of security services recruitment. The directive flows revelation by the Interior Minister. The only 5,000 applicants will be considered for the current phase of the recruitment, which relates to the 2025 intake. Following his revelation, the ministry has since received public criticism for selling over 500,000 vouchers despite knowing it does not have the capacity to employ more people. President John Dramani Mahama has called for peace in the escalating conflict involving the United States, Israel, and Iran. According to him, a situation affecting not only the Middle East but the whole world. The president made the remarks on Monday at the Jubilee House when he hosted the national chief imam and the members of the Muslim community. Speaking during the engagement, President Mahama emphasized the global consequences of the ongoing hostilities and urged prayers for peace and calm. Speaking during the engagement, the conflict between the U.S. and Israel and Iran is affecting not only the Middle East, it's affecting the whole entire world. And so we pray that Allah would touch the heart of everybody involved in this conflict and bring peace to the people in the area, he said. The president's comments came and aimed raising tension in the Middle East, which analysts say could be far-reaching implications of global security, energy markets, and international trade. President Mahama used the occasion to encourage unity and prayers among religious communities, noting that peace in conflict affected regions remain essential for global stability. The meeting formed part of ongoing engagement between the presidency and the religious leaders aimed at the promoting national unity and social cohesion. The Member of Parliament for Ofenso South constituency is a ranking member for Food and Agriculture and Cocoa Affairs Committee. Dr. Isaac Yao Opoku claims the government is planning another cocoa price cut. He is therefore urging cocoa farmers to recognize an urgent protest to prevent the move. Dr. Opoku made the call during the engagement with the cocoa farmers in Osome Freho district as part of the minority caucus tour of cocoa growing communities in the Ashanti. According to the lawmaker, intelligence gathering suggests that authorities could further lower the current cocoa producer price, a development he believes would worsen the plight of farmers across cocoa growing communities. He said that the recent 28.6% reduction in the producer price from 3,625 Ghana cedis 2,587 Ghana cedis per bag has really hurt farmers badly. Another reduction will be a total disaster for them. The government is planning to announce another cocoa price cut and calling on all farmers to stand up against the unfair treatment, he said. Dr. Isaac Yao Opoku also stated that when Akufo-Addo's administration came to power, the previous NDC government under John Dramani Mahama had left 19 billion Ghana cedis debt in the cocoa sector. Despite the debt, he claims the NDC failed to improve the cocoa sector for the benefit of farmers in Ghana. Dr. Opoku noted that the debts under the President Akufo-Addo's government were invested in rehabilitating 70,000 hectares of cocoa farmers, while the NDC legacy debt showed no record of productive use. He urged cocoa farmers to ignore claims by the NDC that the recent cocoa price reduction is due to debt left by the previous government. Minister of Foreign Affairs has undertaken a historic official visit to the Crescentine, becoming the first African foreign minister to be formally hosted at the Central Asian state. The visit marks a significant diplomatic opening with the both government committed to deepen political and economic cooperation. During meetings with President Sidap Japavo and Foreign Minister Jenebek Kulumbevi in Bishkek, the two sides agreed on a framework for strategic collaboration spanning trade, mining, and diplomatic engagement. We made history today as Ghana became the first African country whose foreign minister has been hosted on an official visit in the Crescentine, Ablakwa said. The visit reflects determination to broaden Ghana's diplomatic and economic horizons beyond traditional partnership. A key outcome of the visit was the signing of two bilateral agreements aimed at institutionalizing the relations. The first provides for visa waivers for holders of diplomatic and service passports from both countries with discussions underway to eventually extend the arrangement to ordinary passport holders. Both countries agreed to establish a mechanism for regular political consultation between two foreign ministers. The agreements are designed to accelerate cooperation and provide a formal structure for dialogue on trade and international affairs. Economic collaboration, particularly in gold sector, featured prominently in the discussions. Ghana is Africa's leading gold producer, while Crescentine hosts one of the Central Asia's largest mining operations at the Kumto Gold Mine. With Ghana as African leading gold producer and Crescentine home to the renowned Kumto Gold Mines, we see strong potential for a mutual beneficial partnership in the mining sector, Ablakwa said. Our cooperation will focus on sharing expertise and unlocking new opportunities for both economics and economics. The visit also highlighted Ghana's broader strategy to diversify trade relationships and engage emerging markets. Byzantine has recorded notable economic growth in recent years, making it an attractive partner for expanding commercial skills and links. We are particularly interested in exploring diversified markets for Ghana's growing economy, Byzantine's recent economic performance, and its strategic position in the Central Asia make it an important partner for the future, he stated. The engagement comes as Byzantine seeks deeper ties with African states following its recent recognition as the observer to the African Union. The visit is a step toward broader South-South cooperation, linking African and the Central Asian economy. Follow-up engagements will focus on trade nations, mining cooperation, and expand people-to-people exchanges. Ghana and Byzantine seek to translate the new agreements into concrete economic outcomes. Here comes the end of the morning. Headline recaps. Two dead as helicopter plunged into school park at Tema. Mahama directs expansion of security services recruitment to 40,000. Mahama calls for peace in US-Israel-Ukraine conflict. Minority sounds alarms over planned second cocoa price reduction. I am Samira Franklin. Up next, first segment. Good morning.